Всем привет, вы на канале Елита Ян. Продолжим прохождение симулятор патологоанатома. Что-то загрузочка долгая.
It would be easier just to move in and live here. I doubt I'll get reimbursed for the cab. Huh?
Не ссы.
Damn. It's already late in the evening. Good evening. Any news for me? About my car? You know, the flat tires?
No.
No, what? Have you checked the cameras? Anything?
Handman, I cut my teeth working in prison. I know what to do.
What?
There were no strangers hanging around. Maybe you ran over something.
What? All the tires?
Why, possibly. You can congratulate yourself.
Christ.
You should try sleeping more. You've been kind of out of it lately.
That's the first bit of sense you've made all evening.
Good. The body is expected to be ready for pickup tonight, along with your lecture.
What? What did no one...
You still pontificating? Best hurry, don't you think?
Как всегда, блядь. Охранник не охранник.
I don't have the strength for this today. Have I taken my pills today? Did I take...
Нихуя ничего не знает. Ничего не делает. Ну, очередные таблеточки и ловить галюны. Интересно, а еще можно?
I've already taken my pills.
Нельзя.
To overdose. Okay, okay. One by one, Jack. Take it easy. Oh, a burning issue indeed. Then I'll move on to the body. Ah, shit. The lecture. Almost. This is making me nervous.
Ну, пока что нет, не особо. Не знаю, по мне такая игра, ну, вообще не скримовая.
Oh well. This is not the best framing. Hello, everyone. It's the 20 something of November 1991. Jack Hanlon is conducting the autopsy. Yes, you already know the drill. So, the body is on the slab. Let's see what the police are. So, the victim is from... The exact cause of the fire has not yet been determined. However, it is known that the fire started in the deceased's apartment, where the most damage...
Типичный российский дом.
The deceased was sitting in an armchair near the TV. Pieces of pornographic material, an ashtray, melted video cassettes, and several bottles of so-called poppers were found in the vicinity. It's difficult to assess whether any escape attempts were made. The body was not found until the next morning. The tenant was naked, charred, and with severe burns. The owner of the apartment asked about the deceased. He was surprised anyone even lived there. Firefighters indicated that it was probably the large quantity of poppers found near the deceased
Poppers.
and rapid spread of the fire. Well, that's our basic question. Whether the death occurred as a result of fire, or whether he was dead before it. As you can see, the body is in quite an unusual pose. For the purpose of photographic documentation, we'll leave it like that for now.
Его не смущает, что он вообще связанный.
This position is called the pugilistic attitude. This is due to the influence of high temperature on the muscles. The fire reaches the skin first, then the soft tissue, until the skeletal muscles are exposed.
Угу. Ну и чё?
Coagulation occurs in exposed muscles due to their fibers shrinking. The extensors yield to the force of the flexors. Muscles contract and contract until the limbs become flexy and deformed. The upper ones are characterized by a triple bend, similar to a boxer holding his hands in front of him.
По снимочкам. Почему он здесь не хочет фоткать?
Just 10 minutes will do it. 10 minutes for the muscles and tendons to contract like a steak on the grill. In the end, we're all just walking meat. The deceased must now be straightened out, and we need to get rid of these bindings. He looks to have been tied up in a rather. The deceased's neck and feet were most likely, which explains why, despite the severe burns, the deceased's limbs are not all that twisted. That's better. It's easier to straighten him now. Without taking out the magnifying glass, we already know that the deceased's skin is heavily charred and cracked. As for the other, you can clearly see that this is primarily the front of the deceased that was exposed to fire. The rope
Okay.
around the neck wasn't very tight. I don't see it leaving a mark on the skin. There are crow's feet visible near the eyes. Upper lip reveals front teeth. One of the incisors is broken. There's soot in the nostrils.
Понюхал перед смертью.
The rope marks around the wrists are deep and clearly visible.
Мои догадки, что мне кажется, это убийство, скорее всего.
The victim sat in the
Хотя
chair
не
all the
факт.
time, hence his back being in much better condition than this extremely burned area.
Это на первый взгляд кажется, что связано и сгоревший, значит, скорее всего, связали
Skin had detached from
и
the
убили. Но не факт.
The rope at the man's ankles was tied much tighter and more precisely than the one around his wrists. All in all, quite a lot can be deduced from this external examination. He appears to be severe. Traces
ноги.
the burns
Тут
reach through the dermis.
ляжка.
Predominance of 4th and 3rd degree burns.
Ну, а где у него больше нет отметин? А, зубы.
The mouth was heavily burned as well.
Точно.
Teeth, however, makes me wonder.
Нос,
The
глаза.
is a natural reaction of the body. To hide the extent of the thermal stresses on the body could have caused this death.
Ожоги. Рана от веревок, пишет инфаркт. Гениально.
Perhaps the deceased lost a tooth, attempting to bite through the rope. We need to check the damage
Отравление газом, возможно.
has done to the respiratory. It may seem incidental, but for us it's a sign that the deceased was most certain. Due to the amount of charring, we are unable to collect the victim's fingerprints. Visual identification is also out of the question. You can probably guess what options we are left with. You guessed it. Okay, it's going well. I should be able to get this done in time. Where are these trays? Towels, maybe in this drawer. Oh, I'll warm this up in my hands.
Ну, пойдемте снимать зубки.
Okay, making an impression is quite simple. You put trays with alginate into the mouth and press them together in one firm movement until you feel significant resistance. Okay, again, we will need a piece of paper, a brush, and ink. We will make a plaster model of the deceased's teeth from the obtained impression. We will then make an impression of the mold on a piece of paper, which will be scanned into the computer.
Ну, посмотрим.
You see, it seems so simple and yet laborious. On the plus side, we don't have to worry about the gag reflex with the deceased. And no need to remind the subject to breathe either. At least he saved the high costs of orthodontic treatment.
Ну, с помощью факса, блядь. На ком передает.
Jacobson, 47 years
Евро
old,
пилует
criminal
шатен.
record and was recently in court for... Oh, wow. For not returning a videotape to the rental shop. Oh, Jesus. I better check if I've still got that copy of...
Одни правонарушения.
Where were we? Okay. I'll add some details to the clipboard.
Ну, что там?
Okay, and we can move on to dissecting the body. This time, I'll go straight for the loppers. I'll slice it piece by piece. Let me start here. I push hard several times. Until I cut a given section. You can see that using a scalpel would be pointless here. Solid crunch. Almost there. Now we peel back the skin. Now to remove the ribs.
Пять.
And we can check out what's going on in here. And I see that a lot has happened. In fact, the entire abdominal cavity is flooded. Blood and other fluids have seeped from the blood vessels, flooding the abdomen and chest areas. We have to get rid of this. I'll go get a cup or a ladle.
Ступчик.
I think I saw one somewhere here.
Вот он.
Aha. I don't have all night. I'm going to need a vacuum pump. Right. The running around for everything starts again. Why can't things be tidied away properly in this damn mortuary? I'm gonna get Ridley. Mr. Ridley? Mr. Ridley? I'll just go to the basement and check.
Блять. Мистер Ридли, блять, как всегда съебался. Ебать.
Old, rusty scrap.
Отпечатки ног, блять.
God! Where is this infernal machine? Wow, that's heavy. Can I fit through the door with this?
Ну нихуя он с ним, блять, нормально летает.
I swear I'm going to have an accident here one day. Like Alice, when she twisted her ankle on those stairs. We were supposed to go to the mountains then. It was supposed to be our first trip since... I don't know how long. I had so much work on my mind. And Alice...
Hammond!
Because of me. As always, she had to...
Hammond, are you talking to yourself or what?
Huh? What? No, I just...
There is a letter for you. I left it on your desk.
Letter? For me?
Yes, letter for you. Do I have to repeat myself again?
No. Thank you. Where were you? I was looking for you earlier.
And I was retrieving your letter.
Jesus, Ridley. Could you talk to me like a human being from time to time?
I'm just answering the question.
Right. Oh, by the way, the basement hatch is wide open. Maybe you could look into it?
Maybe.
И пошел-то.
A letter. Fuck! Who delivers letters at this time? It's probably been sat in his office for ages. Just didn't want to move his lazy ass. So, we have the equipment. Now I have to place it somewhere close to the table. Phew. I can finally put this thing down. Alright, just... What? There's no tube? No one's used this for a long time. I apologize to
Ну,
you all
пойдемте
once
в комнату
again.
отдыха.
These lockers could contain everything we need, or simply filled with people's crap.
Вопрос найти код где? Здесь или вообще по всему миру? Мозги. Чего он не закрывается, типа? Пицца. Один. 1581. Давайте попробуем.
There might be something in here. Yep. I'm sure I wrote the code down on a piece of paper.
Не катит. Как знает. Ни хрена ничего не знаю.
Another kidnapping this month.
Опять открыто, блять, как бы. 36, 49.
3649. Okay. 3649. 3649. 3749.
Не путай, 36, 79. Блять, запутал меня козлина ебучая. Тридцать шесть, 49.
Man, my memory for numbers. What do we have here? Boxes of disinfectants, syringes, thread, antiseptics.
Часики.
Any other stuff? Oh, that's interesting. What about here? I wanted to forget. Alice. much every day. Every fucking day. I can't. I can't take it anymore. Oh, God. I can't. How do I...
Галюны ловить.
Phone. Oh. Do not think. Just don't think. Office of the Medical Examiner, Beatsville.
Oh, Jack. I was hoping to catch you at work.
Hi, Dorothy. How's it going?
Good, thanks. And what about you? You sound tired.
Tiring day at work. That's it.
You scared me last time we spoke.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to cause any trouble and say what I said.
Jack, it's all right. You're not causing any trouble. I'm not surprised at all that.
No, really. I mean it. Sorry. I just... I'm fed up with myself.
You should take care of yourself. Didn't you say you wanted to stay at home longer? To rest? You know I pick up the slack at work.
No, I didn't. I can't. I don't want to be there.
Well, why not consider taking a trip, Jack?
Dorothy, please. I really don't have the energy for this today.
I just wish.
Stop it. Why are you calling?
Reminder about annual drug testing. I figured you probably didn't remember.
Oh, yes. I've, had a lot going on. I, even forgot my own birthday.
Leave your samples at reception on your way home. Someone will pick them up from Ridley in the morning. Probably Steven or someone else at the station.
Sure. I'll try not to forget. Okay, well,
Jack?
Hmm?
Try not to do anything stupid, okay? Alcohol, your medication.
Да я уже исторчался и спился на.
I have it all under control. I should be getting back to work.
The results should be in tomorrow. I'll call you when we know.
Right. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack.
Bye. Annual drug testing.
Опять таблетки ты только что, блядь, пил.
I feel terribly weak. There's been a bit too much going on lately. We're supposed to collect the hose.
Блядь, шкафами, сука, гремит.
Did I imagine something?
У меня теперь валяется.
Focus on your work, Jack. All right. Here I am. I hope that was the last long break in this session. So, let's connect the tube. We turn on the machine. With this amount of fluid, there's no point in holding back.
Я бы не сказал, что там такая жидкость. А, ну да. Я сначала что-то не обратил внимания. Все высосил.
Still a few nooks and crannies left. External examinations did not reveal any tissue defects that would reach the internal organs. So, I expect the organs to be intact. In a way, it's quite extraordinary that even with such severe burn, the organs are all present and correct. A reddish-pink tint indicates high carboxyhemoglobin levels, the level of which I will determine from a sample of blood. I will be inserting needles into the heart, and what interests me here is not the presence of this substance itself, but rather its percentage count. But first, I'll need the values for the centrifuge. Ugh. I feel like I've been here forever. Jack, focus. Just a little bit longer. Corpses recovered from the site of fire may have very different and complex histories. Burning is only at the surface. Underneath, it may be a heart attack, stroke, or pulmonary embolism. This particular case appears quite basic.
Че надо-то? 10.85. Ой.
However, I would warn against making a diagnosis too hastily. A fire victim does not always mean death due to smoke inhalation. The centrifuge has completed its cycle. So, as usual, I will take the samples to the laboratory, and I'll be back with the results shortly. Ugh. What exactly was I supposed to test for? COHB. I'll take 2 milliliters of each sample. Ugh. Confirmed. Death due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Carboxyhemoglobin levels at 84%. Alright, I'll note this down and perform a check of the organs. What? Where? Mr. Ridley?
Замок турм, блядь. Ну это галюны по-любому.
Where did he take that fucking body? on.
Думаю, пописать пошел. Нихуя. Или покушать. Нет?
Why did you take the body?
What body?
Well, the body, you know, from the autopsy room.
Christ, Hammond, I didn't take any of your bodies.
So who took it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But I...
Get back to work. It's late.
Я просто вернусь, и она там появится. Ну ладно, пойдем на улицу. Там вряд ли. Что такие? Нигде нет, я уже обошел, блядь, все. Даже нельзя так делать. Реально, в помойке-то его не может. Идиотина, блядь. Куда тело дел?
Something strange is happening here.
Че это, блядь, где-то надо скрипит или что-то такое? Не пойму никак.
What's wrong with me? I don't see any need to mess with the electrics. They are flaky enough as it is. maybe I think I'm just tired.
Нехрен столько таблеток хавать. И не будет глянуть.
I think there's you can see things. Results. Well, then we can from the results we can now be sure that the carboxyhemoglobin concentration was fatal. The organ has a reddish pink tint, which results from the concentration of COHB and general congestion of the organ. Other than that, I can cross this off my list now. We will look at the lungs more carefully. From the outside, just like the heart, it is congested, and the color indicates poisoning. Thermal damage is visible here and there. Enough of the external exam. It's time to grab the knife and dissect the lungs. I need to check for any obstruction, burns, or clots. Jesus. All right. You can see changes in the lung parenchyma caused by burns and smoke inhalation. Nothing new here. So let's complete the notes. And let's check the trachea. The color is the same as the rest of the organs. Significant congestion. Let's see what it looks like inside. Okay, the final cut. There are visible burns inside, but what catches the eye the most is the amount of soot. Looks like our subject was in the thick of the fire. Let's deal with the final notes, and we're ready to go. Let's deal with the final notes, and we're ready to go. I considered the direct cause of death to be severe carbon monoxide poisoning, leading to extreme hypoxia of the body. The extreme burns on the deceased's body and respiratory tract indicate that he must have been surrounded by fire. During the examination, no other factors were found that could have contributed to the victim's death. Environmental data does not indicate any third-party involvement. Just need to add my John Hancock.
Подписчик документ.
I'll close the body, trying not to damage what's left of the skin. As for stitching, well, it varies. It can be that the fire victims are in such a condition that there is nothing left. So for this job, a thicker needle and heavy-duty thread. Well, everything's holding together. Well, after storing the body, there's nothing left for me to do. But thank you for your attention. All the best.
Отдыхай, дружок. Персональная капсула.
What an exhausting day. I need to get these gloves off and call a taxi. I swear I'm about to pass out from exhaustion. Oh fuck, you're in sample. Oh no. Okay, this is it.
Пойдем пописаем. Ой, Немножко прописаем.
I'm dehydrated. I should drink more water.
Конечно, эти колеса хватает.
As expected, sleeping like a log. I'm jealous.
Спит с открытыми глазами, заебись.
What's going on here?
Hurricane taxi, we will take you wherever the wind takes you.
Hello. I would like to order a taxi to 574 Presley Street.
Okay, hun. All of our drivers are busy at the moment. Best I can do is within the next hour.
An hour? Oh no. All right.
За час он тут ёбнется.
Can I take your name?
Jack Hammond.
Okay, thank you. Do you have our loyalty card?
Oh,
Would you like to set one up? For regular customers, we have discounts and extra.
would that make the taxi get here faster?
Well,
I thought so. Thank you. Goodbye. This is already giving me a headache.
Такси
Oh,
приехали.
Jesus, what now? Yes, how can I help you?
Jack. Jack. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Oh my god! What was that? What the fuck? This was some kind of mistake. An hour here. I need a drink. Oh, strong. Everything's spinning.
Что за херь? Помоги мне. Ну, я бы не сказал, что здесь какие-то стрёмные скримеры. Эта часть.
Is this... Fucking shits. They went too far this time. What's
Hey.
what's that? Is that blood? Oh God, what's happened? Oh, Mr. Ridley? Oh fuck. Can't you hear all this commotion? Are you deaf?
Sure, whatever you say, Hammond.
Why is that even funny? Do I need to bring you the evidence?
Sure, if you have some. Not me. I think you slept too much myself.
Go and see for yourself. I'm going home. The taxi is probably waiting.
The one that left yesterday?
Yesterday? How so?
It's evening. Friday, November 29th, Hanman.
29th of November.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that this was...
Don't worry. I did too. Somehow. I just... Oh my god.
Should I call Dorothy? I've set up the cadaver ready for the autopsy. And she should be able to replace you.
No. There's no need. I'd be happier staying here than sitting at home alone.
Just in case...
А тут ты что, блядь, с компанией, что ли?
Sure. Thanks.
Hanman, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, me too. I guess I should take my pills.
Пить таблетки, он заебал жрать эти таблетки.
I should go to the cemetery later. Flowers, not today. To forget the most important of things.
Что сегодня за трупик?
Oh my god. Alice. No. It's only just... Oh, I'm so tired. It's November 29th, year 1991. The autopsy is performed by Dr. Jack Hanman. Amber Louvre. Investigators determined that the victim was most likely dumped close to the nearby forest. She crawled to the bus stop on her own, as evidenced by the traces of blood she left behind.
Ну,
The body was lying in the grass beside the road, where it was spotted by commuters waiting for the morning bus. According to the information provided by the aforementioned friend, the car belonged to the Hurricane Taxi Network. The company was provided with a description of the driver. However, they deny that any of their drivers fit the description. A friend at the salon testified that the last time she saw Amber was 2 weeks ago. It was her last day at work before her vacation, at around 9:40 p.m.
хорошо погулял, ваш ногу проебал.
For a flight to Amsterdam. Why do people do such things? I'll move on. The deceased was brought in. Now, photographic documentation. The deceased's skin is extremely pale. No livor mortis is visible. Lots of rough, irregular slashing cuts. The deceased is caked in dirt and
Я бы не сказал, что это грязь. Она еще и руку проебала.
missing her right arm.
Две руки.
Several signs of redness on the neck and chest. The deceased is also missing her left leg.
А, нет, одного.
The palm and front of the hand is covered with numerous wounds. Extensive hematoma on the victim's forehead. You can see that Alice has been through a lot.
Ну, давайте вскроем.
Why is she so... overall picture is minor redness appearing in several places. The wound on the bend of the elbow seems much deeper. I'm wondering about this bruising. The wound looks relatively fresh. The deceased could have fallen, or maybe she was struck hard. The wounds were stitched up by someone who knew what they were doing. However, it seems that the sewing was done in a hurry, and quite carelessly at that. There are no signs of internal bleeding, detectable through an internal examination. Both the arm and leg were taken all the way to the joint. The perpetrator used a scalpel, but the cut line itself looks jagged. These wounds appear to have been caused by crawling across rough ground. Let me sum this up somehow. It seems disinterested. Some of the wounds were the stitching. We do not know the exact circumstances of the wounds, or the conditions in which the deceased was kept. The perpetrator definitely didn't realize how tremendous will to. Even though the wounds were stitched closed, there are many indicate maybe it was an accident, or perhaps the final. I'll check with the extensive toxicological test should help. It is unknown how much blood and infection could have set in. Even if that wasn't fatal. I will, check the cases like... Alice, you know that I would never...
Опять веселые таблеточки.
Jack, breathe. It's just... Pull yourself together. Well, we left off with the torso. The strong and clear traces of tape. More traces of the dramatic fight for survival. Traces of smeared blood from wounds. The perpetrator was obviously looking for an opportunity to fulfill his paraphilia. Oh, Christ. The police will have plenty to do. If I can find my hard drive, I can just take an X-ray. I'll move these papers away. Maybe for the X-ray machine. Maybe Dorothy should take over for a day. I keep wandering off my thoughts. Fuck! What's going on here? Have I lost my mind? I must have gone crazy. Oh, cases like these can be extremely disturbing. Huh?
Эти окно открыто.
I think I'm just tired. These bulbs need changing.
Где рентген? Ну, короче, он только всегда в подвале.
They all know.
Huh?
Did you answer your phone?
Telephone? What phone?
They all know.
Huh?
The phone rang a few minutes ago.
I didn't hear anything.
For you to take medicine.
How so?
For you to get results.
Yeah. I'll call them back. Oh, I guess I've been here too long. How many days is it? It all rolls into one. All right. Now fire it up. Center it between the eyes at the root of the nose. Okay, looks good. I thought for sure this whole thing would have tripped the breaker. Alright, I just need to take the hard drive to the lab. I'll print the image and... I need to check the frontal bone, crystal galley, aneurysm, internal auditory canals, Alice, ethmoid and frontal... And now I can print it.
Прятать.
It looks like a goodbye. Why can't I see the wound? I need to look at this in the light box. Strange. I guess I'll have to repeat. Let there be light. Damn. I knew this luck wouldn't last. I almost believed that this would go off without a hitch tonight. Off to the storage room I go. These flickering lights would drive anyone over the edge. And now it's all broken. Great. Fuck. Don't you wish? I'll need the flashlight and to find Ridley for help.
Так, а ну спать всем быстро, блядь.
There's a surprise. Why is it that whenever I need Ridley for something, he magically disappears into the ether? Oh my god. Oh, alright. What now? I'll start the generator in the shed. Maybe it's been left unlocked. For once, Ridley's carelessness will be useful. It's getting cold.
Это они называют гаражом.
And And it looks like it won't be as simple as I hoped. Great. And the keeper of the keys has left his post. God, I haven't even started the dissection yet. Fuck it. I'm gonna get a hammer. I don't have the time or the strength.
Скорее всего, там.
Either I'm getting weak, or the maintenance crew needs a talking to. Or just a little. Oh, it's so. Oh, there's a hammer. Jesus, I'm feeling dizzy. Oh, I'm exhausted. God damn it. It's actually holding up. Well. Something. God. I am not doing well.
Интересненького.
Now what? Fucking hell. I don't know about this kind of stuff.
Нет, ну ладно.
Something's missing here? Some kind of switch or a crank. Oh no. There's so much shit in here. Yes, I think this will work. It fits. All right. Now, just to crank it up. Something wrong?
Угу.
Great, it started. Not for long. Oh man, maybe it's low on fuel? Empty. Sure would make a nice empty. Sure would make a nice decorative ornament for the garden though. Empty. Sure would make a nice decorative ornament for the garden though.
Что такое? Давайте убьем, заправим. Контейнер для биоотходов. Водка. Не страшно.
How did it end up here?
А тут я ничего не вижу. Машина, блядь, моя. Каким образом она здесь очутилась, если я здесь спал и на такси не уехал? Мне тут интересно. Ну, нельзя открыть.
I don't see any need to mess with the electrics. They are flaky enough as it is.
Топливо по-любому на улице. Вопрос только где. А, вот, наверное.
Empty. 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 Sure would make a nice decorative ornament for the garden, though.
Его, блядь, нигде нету, ёпта.
Just nothing inside. Nothing inside. Just emptiness.
А,
Finally. I'll just start this thing and call Dorothy. I think I've had enough. I shouldn't even be here. Not today. I guess that's enough. Nice. Another empty jerry can to add to the collection. I'm not used to this, but...
It's just me, Jack.
Oh, listen. My head. happened? What the fuck? Who tied me up?
It's only for a moment. Sorry, man.
Stephen? What the fuck do you mean?
Think I hit you too hard with that shovel.
Oh, haha, great fucking joke. Untie me now. I don't have the energy for your shitty games.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I don't understand. Stephen, what do you mean? This has got to be some kind of mistake.
You and your moaning, you and your problems. You're not the victim here.
But...
Shut up! Can you shut your mouth for just one fucking second? To me, you are just a murderer.
What?
What? Knocked down? You thought I didn't know anything?
I don't have any idea what you're talking about! Stephen!
My poor sister. Even now, you can't muster up any courage, any honesty. You disgust me. I suspected you from the beginning. As soon as I found out that Alice is dead, I knew it was you. Tumors, aneurysms, unexplained circumstances. Who are you trying to fool? For God's sakes, you're a doctor!
Stephen, no. It doesn't work like that.
Shh! I haven't finished talking. Why did you lie, Jack? Why didn't you say anything? You confessed! I knew I had to do something about it myself. Any of this making any sense yet? Threats, a ring, photos, Red Pete on the loose? He died in that accident, by the way.
You sick fuck.
Yes, I am! You've no clue just how much. Oh, I'm on some fantastic fucking drugs for it. Only, I've been slipping them to you. I was hoping to break you down, that you'll be pushed into doing something drastic to yourself, and I'll just stand there and watch.
Her tumor was incurable.
That's a filthy lie.
This... It was only a matter of time.
Again, lying!
I saw the scans.
You know what? I think I've had enough of your bullshit.
All right, okay. I lied, but hear me out. We had an argument that day, worse than usual. I was drunk, and I was angry. There was a fight. I pushed her against the wall. She hit her head and she fell. Yes, just like that. Limp and lifeless.
Заебись, я еще и убил свою жену.
I don't know. I didn't think at all. I was afraid I had caused it. That someone will accuse me. That'll be the end of my career. When I called an ambulance, it was too late. Way too late.
It wasn't an accident.
And then I lied. I said that's how I found her. That I wasn't there with her. And now, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about it. Everything. This whole year. Just dead memories. As if I didn't exist at all. Since that day.
Fuck, here we go again. Even now. Even now, you have the nerve to lie.
Stephen, I'm sorry. I suffered too.
It wasn't an accident. You understand now? Someone has to pay for this.
What's going on here? Stephen dropped the gun.
It's none of your business, Sean. Leave and forget you saw anything.
Steve, you know I can't do that.
Mr. Ridley, please, run!
Shut up!
You know I'll shoot if I have to.
Well, in that case...
Stephen, no!
Да, веселая концовочка. Ну вот мы и прошли с вами игрушку симулятор, патологоанатом, мини-история. Спасибо, что досмотрели. Не забываем подписываться, ставить лайки. Пока-пока.